That's Chemo, all right. A plastic automaton loaded with deadly toxic chemicals.
Attention, Chemo! Surrender order! Oh, Plan F-12, quick!
Was knocking Doc silly part of Plan F-12?
He'll be okay. Right now, we have to take that toxic terror down.
Welcome back to the channel there, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. Okay, before we begin, don't forget about that QR code right there. It'll take you to my YouTube, my eBay, and my Instagram page. Everything you need to know. Let's see who we have today. Ooh, a good one. Metal Men, DC Comics number 46. This was 30 cents back in 1976. Title of the story, The Chemo Conspiracy. I don't know what they have against chemo, but it's the Chemo Conspiracy. Again, that QR code right there. Now, as a reminder, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Hit that subscribe button down below. I really appreciate that. Helps out the channel. Hit the like button. I can really use one of those. And leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about it, okay? All right, let's get to it. Good work, Metal Men. You've beaten those war robots, but now you have to fight chemo, and that's a whole new ball game. The city of Venice is built on an archipelago of islands and mudflats about 4 kilometers from the Italian mainland. For the past 1,400 years, it's been seen as a succession of wars, armies, and navies of kings and queens. But it's doubtful Venice has ever seen anything quite like the Metal Men. We've got those robots on the run, Gold Darling, but we're still no closer to the Doc's $10 billion. Give it time, Tina, and don't call me Darling. Yeah, Tina, poor Doc might get the wrong idea. Well, whatever that is. Oh, come on, Tin. You know Doc Magnus thinks Platinum is sweet on him, but Platinum's a robot, lead like us, and Doc's a person. He should be glad she's after gold. You said yourself, Tin, Doc's a person, and persons have feelings. Remember, Doc's been sick, and he's only just getting well. That's why we're here in Venice, you know, to help Doc get better by finding all the money he stole. Now, Lead, Doc didn't steal that $10 billion. It was ransom he collected back when he wasn't right in his mind. Why don't you spit it out, Platinum? Doc Magnus was crazy, and he blackmailed the world with a phony set of Metal Men. That's enough, Mercury. No sense digging up the past. Doc's well now, and he wants to return the ransom. According to what he told us, it should be right here. Metal Men, we've hit a dead end. There's nothing in the warehouse but dust. One thing's certain, however. Whatever was here was awfully large. Yeah, look at the broken floors. Forget the floors, twerp. Look out the window. We're surrounded by the entire Venice police force. You're right, Mercury. We might as well go down and face the music. If you come this far, reader, you're probably wondering what the Metal Men are doing in Venice. Well, well-known city of piazzas and canals. Trust us, the answer's just around the page. I'd like to see Gold talk us out of this one, foil brain. Oh, he will, Mercury, I hope. On that cheery note, let's begin our handy-dandy flashback. Here we go. 8 years ago, the Metal Men were destroyed, battling the monstrous Plutonium Mans, but because of their robotic origin, their destruction proved purely temporary. As he had so many times before, Dr. Will Magnus, creator of the Super Sextet, rebuilt the Metal Men from the ground up, repairing their bodies and their response Responsometers, the uncanny computers which provide their robots with their human-like emotions. Returning each of the metal men to their original condition with one startling exception. Hiya, fellas. What's shaking? Platinum Tina. Is something wrong, Dr. Magnus? Isabel, I've got a feeling Tina's changed. But into what? Gold, long time no see. Good looking, oh. Hey, Mercury. Tall, red, and handsome. Well, and Teen, anyone ever tell you you're cute? Oh, shucks. Come here, Led. Let me lay one on you big palooka. Huh? Iron muscle boy? What's a hunk of body? Tina. Kiss me, you fool. Magnus, I've got a job for you, my boy. Vital to national security and all that, not to mention national economy. Got the robots working again, eh? Good. Glad to see you're all back on your feet. Especially you, Magnus. Girls beautiful as ever, Doc. Good job, damn good job. Now, about the money of yours. I'm not so sure we are back on our feet, General Casper. Tina, money? Blast, that's right. You've got amnesia about the whole time period. When you were flipped out, Magnus, you blackmailed the world. And we've got to learn what happened to the money you were paid, even if we have to brain scan your subconscious. And as things turned out, that's precisely what we did. Venice. Which brings us back to Italy's most picturesque city, where, Exusposito, I believe you're holding a few of my possessions. Possessions? Is it? Talk about chauvinism. Just because you built us doesn't mean you own us, Docky. Stop it, Mercury. You know, you're as glad to see Doc as we are. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Tin. Mi dispiace, sorry. I'm late, but I was detained at customs. Mi chiamo Will Magnus, and I am a representative of the U.S. Embassy temporarily, at least. Signor Magnus, you will take full responsibility for these creatures. Absolutely. Here are my credentials, and those of mine are companion Nurse Sullivan. Because of a red tape foul-up, the metal men arrived before we'd made full arrangements with the Italian authorities. Unfortunate but typical of our bureaucracy. Naturally, you'll want proof of their identities. So, fellows, if you'll be so kind, what is this freak show? You want tricks? How's this? La Lina la Capoto. Signor, I'm convinced you're robots. They are free. But let's look elsewhere for a second. Specifically, let's look here, a building fronting a canal, not far from the famed Piazza San Marco. Ramondo, you must be brave. We have accomplished a miracle, but we cannot stop now. I know, Francesca. But this power we have stolen, it is so great, I tremble even to think of it. Why did we steal Vault, Francesca? Why? Why else? For the money, of course. See, the money. So much money, Francesca, and its secret is locked in this small glowing jewel. How did the Americano call the jewel? A remote computer stabilized microprogrammer? Truly an important name, Romando. Sometimes, Francesco, when I think of the Americano, Will Magnus, I am sad. He gave us trust to care for the jewel and the vault, which holds his money. And we betrayed him, trust, which is not a good thing. He was demente insane. Such a madman deserves no loyalty, and besides, my husband was not his money stolen at ransom. See. Still, this thing frightens me, Francesca. More than the money vault is involved. After all, there is also the guard. Speaking of old Doc Magnus, no sign of our dollars or Deutschmarks, Doc. The warehouse is empty as a tin skull. How about it, Doc? You sure this is the place? The guard robots you battled prove it is, Iron. I only wish I could remember more. That's okay, Doc. After all, you're only human. Hey, that's funny. What's up? These walls, they look like they've been corroded by acid. As though whatever was in here burned its way out chemically. Well, Doc, does it ring a bell? My mind's a blank, Iron. But what you said has given me an idea. If something did burn out of this building with acid, it might have left a trail through the waters in the canal. It moved away. Maybe with the right equipment, we can follow the chemical spore right to the man who made it. Come on! Moments later, zooming along the ledge paralleling the Grand Canal. I'm tempted to call this the Metalmobile, but in the name of decency, I'll restrain myself. In the name of decency, thank you. Isabel, it's odd for the first time since my breakdown, I'm feeling whole. Being back in action with the metal men, using my mind again. I'm glad to hear that, Doctor, as your therapist and as your friend. Outside the darkened room where Francesca and Raimondo stand, there's the sound of an approaching vehicle, but it's the sound they ignore as, "You must unlock the jewel's secret, Raimondo, you must. Without it, the vault will remain closed to us forever." Tap, tap, tap. "I am trying, wife." But the jewel is stubborn. Perhaps if I tap it, the gem will make the sound Signor Magnus told us was necessary to open the vault. Pop, pop, pop. "Raimondo, have patience. The jewel, it will break." Oh, no. At that instant, since stories are always more interesting with a few coincidences chucked in, outside, we follow the trail halfway across Venice, and this is it. Well, the building is shaking, collapsing. Look at. Ba-boom! Oh, look at that giant guy. Somewhere Raimondo and his wife are screaming, but we can't hear those screams because another sound like 1,000 peals of thunder. The micro-programming circuit has indeed released its secret, revealing the identity of the vault's ultimate guard. Dear Lord in heaven, Chemo! That's what Doc couldn't remember. He left Chemo to protect the ransom. But Chemo, he's stronger and more powerful than all of us combined. I know. Ooh, the DC age of super goodies. 2 giant specials. Wow. Chemo, 10 years ago, he was just a giant man-shaped bottle repository for scientists' chemical garbage. Through a bizarre biochemical reaction within the bottle, the liquid waste somehow gained life. Life and a strange, inhuman intelligence. For many months, that intelligence has been helped in thrill by Doc's micro-programming circuit, making Chemo a perfect guardian of Doc's hidden ransom. Now, with the circuit destroyed, Chemo is freed, and boy is he mad. He's throwing stuff. Good Lord, Chemo's gone wild. He's tossed the vault into the outer space, and now he's turning this way. Metalmen, get back! If he hits you with a metal-dissolving acid, Doc, Magnus, nice try. But your warning comes 1 second too late. Crash. Gold, dear God, not you. Oh. And now, just to frustrate you, dear reader, a pause in the day's occupation. Believe it or not, what you're about to see does relate to our story, but only indirectly. The place is Washington, D.C., and the action simultaneously with the scene of the previous page. Before you see a mugger, he's no different from the kind who infest Los Angeles or New York. But his victim is something else again. Welcome to the nation's capital, bozo. You got 5 seconds to give with the money. 5 seconds before I make your suit into confetti. Unhand me, oaf. Are you blind? This ain't no Boy Scout knife sticking in your ribs, Buster. I said I want your money. I said, unhand me. Boom. Let that be a lesson to you, my man. No one touches Dr. Will Magnus, especially not scum like you. Oh boy, are we playing unfair, showing you a scene which won't be explained till next issue. It's downright indecent. Anyway, back to Venice. Tina, could you let go, please? Leave Lead alone, Platinum. Can't you see Doc is hurt? And Gold's dead. Don't forget Chemo Muscle Boy, even if he's forgotten us. That overgrown glass pressure cooker has gone berserko, and he's tearing Venice apart. I know, Mercury, but should we go after him or after the ransom? Gold is our leader. He makes the decisions. But with Gold gone, the decisions are up to me. Doc's original order was to recover the money, but now I'm not so sure. An order is an order, Blue Bolts. Maybe Mercury's right, Iron. Who cares, big boy? Come here. Are you crazy? There are people out there who'll be killed. You've got no choice. You've got to save them. Robots just like to examine all possibilities, Miss Sullivan. It's our nature, I guess. Okay, gang, any ideas? Me? I've got an idea, Iron. Sure, Tin, shoot. Tin speaks quickly despite his stutter. And less than 3 minutes later, a spectacular metal speedboat roars up the muddy canal toward a confrontation with an old foe. In a head-on collision with, dare we say it, destiny. This dumb plan better work, Tin. It will, Mercury. Relax, Sugar Plum. For a thin little guy, you've got brains. And if anything can defeat Chemo, it'll be thought, not force. Assuming anything can defeat Chemo, Tina. Oh, don't be such a party poop, Iron. Chemo sees us. Talk time is over. Shut up. Attack! Platinum moves swiftly, sleekly, binding Chemo, confusing him, allowing Tin time to act. Dramatically. I've only done this once before. Turning to Tin, pest flaking out, covering Chemo. Tin's given us our chance, Iron. We've got keep Chemo the on defensive. Right. Lead, as long as Chemo's mouth is shut, he can't hit us with chemical warfare, which will give us a chance to try Operation Achilles. Go, Lead, go! Already the shower of tin pest is drifting away from the glassine giant. Borne on a vagrant breeze, 2 metal men are down, and as Chemo stumbles back in bubbling confusion, a third and fourth also fall, as Lead and Mercury both perform the sacrifice supreme. Something's wrong, Tina. Chemo should have collapsed by now. But he's standing. If Tin's plan fails, we may have doomed Venice, perhaps the world. No, it's got to work, even if it kills us. Forming himself into a powerful iron drill, the substitute leader of the metal men bores deep into the Chemo's plexiglass ankle, right there, and then drops out, leaping free of sizzling chemical stream gushes from the opening, polluting the waters of the surrounding canals while emptying the gleaming glass container called Chemo. He's getting drained. Iron, we've won. The liquid level has dropped below Chemo's mouth. Now he can't attack us, no matter what. Oh, you're so great, I could kiss you. This isn't the time or place, Tina. If Chemo patches his ankle, he's still a threat. Oh, which means you'd better form an iron hammer while I make myself platinum spring. And then it's Chemo's turn for a takeout. And all that's left is the tingling sound of falling glass. And bring down. You okay, Will? For a while there, you had me worried. I had myself worried, Isabel, but yes, I'm all right, I think. It's all over, but the cleaning up, Doc. Meanwhile, there's this problem with Tina. We want to get married, Doc. Ain't he cute? I take it back. I'm not very well after all. Next, the X effect. Justice for All includes 4 children. All right. Well, that was DC's Metal Men. Number 146. It was 30 cents back in 1976. Hope you enjoyed that book. Don't forget, hit that QR code right there. It'll take you to all my web pages, whether it be Instagram, whether it be eBay, or it'll be the YouTube page. Also, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there and leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought about it, okay? All righty. And as Papa and the Metal Men always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out.